Good morning, afternoon, evening.
Why do you always say that? Why do you say, hello, it's Curt in the Morning Podcast. We're so glad you're here. Happy Friday.
That's all great, but the in the morning is a bit of a misnomer because it's in it whenever you want.
Yes, because it's a podcast now.
Thank you for joining us for the final Friday of summer.
Yeah, that's right. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah, we'll talk about
days
that.
Will get even this weekend, like 12 and 12, night and day.
Shorter.
And then they get shorter, the days. That is, the sunlight.
And then it gets so short to the point where there's no sunlight at all ever again.
If you're in Alaska.
Yeah, true. For today's big program, learn how to make your weekend feel longer. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. How AI can get you a better price on hotels.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Our friend AI. Also, how to use your words more good.
More good. Okay.
How to use your words more good.
How to sync up your brain with your dog's brain.
Does that sound creepy or does that sound good, like cool?
Sounds a little bit of both.
Well, it's going to be cool, okay? I think. All right. Because it's Friday, and since we like to help, we found ways to make your weekend feel longer.
Tell me more.
I don't think you're going to like it.
What does it say?
Well, a lot of it involves doing more things during the week, so you don't have to do them on the weekend. Let's get into it, all right? So,
okay.
This is suggestions from I don't even know who, all right? This could be anybody on the internet saying, hey, here's some ideas. How to make your weekend feel longer. Okay, first off, make plans for Friday night. You'll get into something fun right away, kick off the weekend, so when Saturday rolls around, you still feel like you have 2 weekend days left. Now, that I think is true. If you go to a show or you go to see a play or whatever on Friday, you wake up Saturday morning going, I still got a lot of weekend left.
I like that.
It suggests split your weekends between doing stuff and doing nothing.
Okay.
Meaning you spend Friday and Saturday doing things like hanging with friends, errands, and chores. What?
And then on Sunday, reset.
So you can't do that friends thing on Sunday. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
There were more.
There were?
Wake up early every day of the weekend.
Okay. That doesn't sound very fun.
It says you'll get more out of your days and you don't mess up your sleep schedule from the rest of the work week.
There is that.
And here's the one. Do your weekend chores during the work week. It's a little easier to accomplish if you're working from home. That way your weekends are for you and not endless tasks.
I like it. Thank you.
Well,
Curt Cruz.
You can say I like it, but I'm thinking, so after you've already worked a long day, you're like, oh, I also got to clean the tub. Because
yeah, but then you don't have to do it on the weekend and you save your weekend for other stuff.
So you like these?
I do.
I'm okay with
good.
them.
I think they're good.
I don't have any better ideas, so how about that?
Okay. Yesterday, we discussed common inconveniences that should have been solved by now, and we came up with things like the mammogram, bags of flour that leak all over the place, elevators that need buttons to reset if you push a floor on accident.
That's what somebody said. Hey, if you should be able to deselect a button on the elevator, but you cannot do it. These are common inconveniences, and I'm going to say first world type problems.
So then we asked you what was missing on that list, and David had a lot to say about this. He said traffic merging, and I agree. Zipper, like just one, like every other car. People have a hard time with that.
We used to refer to those as zip holes.
Okay, that don't do the
zip holes.
Okay. Bad speakers at drive-through windows. He said, how in the hell can they be this bad in 2024?
It's true.
Agreed. Public record requests from the government. Why not just pull it online? I think I know David, and he works for the government. So that's funny that he says that. And then offices selling a service. What? Selling a service working people need that are open only while people are at work. Yes.
So you got to get
that's a thing.
I want to come by and rent blah, blah, blah from you. Like, well, we're only open from 9 to 5. It's like, that's
Monday through Friday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jennifer said a common inconvenience that should have been solved by now it's right there in the word, the common cold.
Yeah.
How has that been so elusive and evasive? I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV or the radio.
No.
So the common cold, and then Tiger, wouldn't that be awesome? Cancer should have been solved.
You have a story about this. We have a story about cancer, I think, later in the show today.
Oh, yes, yes.
And then Thomas said hangovers and jet lag. Yes.
All right. Those are
good answers. Nice. Thanks for weighing in.
Common inconveniences that could have been solved by now or should have been solved by now. It's still up there if you want to post your common inconveniences. Did I already play this song?
I don't know, but it's okay. New AI will haggle with hotels to get you a better price.
That's not fun ever, by the way, when you're calling up and saying, hey, because, well, like everything else, it seems pretty stinking expensive. to go
The hotel rooms?
Well, it's like often, you're not going to, hopefully if you're on vacation, you're not going to be in the hotel, but, in the morning and then when you get back to the hotel. So, and sometimes, especially if you're traveling and you got to stay for a night somewhere, it's like, we're going to check in at 5 o'clock at night and we're going to check out at 7 a.m. the next morning. And that's going to cost us $200.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll sleep in the car.
Right.
Dana won't.
Well, some guy created a new AI called AI Haggler that calls hotels for you and haggles with them for you to get a better price. And there's a video that's going viral. I haven't watched the video yet. Did you watch it?
No, I did not. But this video that's going viral, it doesn't end up getting a better price than that one. But there's another video. That's funny. The first video is like, here's my AI thing. It's going to get you a better price. Well, it didn't work that time. But hey, the second video, it gets about a 12% discount.
Huh.
For using AI Haggler to reduce your hotel rates. So basically, if it was a $200 hotel, they're going to get $24 off.
Okay, good mathing. Way to go.
That was a lucky guess. I apologize. I'm really. I need to shake it off this morning.
Which
I need
one?
to shake it off this morning and stop
Shake
playing
it off.
the game.
Shake it off.
Thank you. Toy Hall of Fame.
Ooh, I like this one. The finalists.
Well, actually, you know what surprises me about this is when you find out the ones that are being nominated or whatever, considered for the Toy Hall of Fame. You're like, how is that already not in the Toy Hall of Fame?
I was going to say the same thing. So the National Toy Hall of Fame revealed the 12 finalists for its 2024 class. And once again,
what?
My favorite childhood toy, illegal fireworks, was robbed.
They're not in there. They're like,
finalists.
That's going to be. It doesn't say like we're going to consider illegal fireworks and your favorite childhood toy.
I'm sure. Okay, here are the finalists:
for this
the board
year.
Games, Apples to Apples, and Sequence.
Both killer.
The card game, Phase 10. The Pokemon trading cards game.
Also, how about Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Those are the game books.
Okay.
Yep.
Hess toy trucks. I had one of those as a kid.
You did? I don't even know what that is.
Well, I think Hess is I think it's in the South, and I believe it's like a Phillips 66, or they've got big gas tankers and whatnot. That's what I had.
I can't believe My Little Pony's not already in there. Remote controlled vehicles, the stick horse,
or the hobby horse as well. I guess those are both in the same category.
they're known as the same, otherwise
hobby
known
horse.
as hobby horse.
Trampolines are just making it into the Toy Hall of Fame. Well, that's good because they were only invented 5 years ago.
I wouldn't even consider that a toy, though. Like, in my mind, I'm not going to the toy store to buy a trampoline. So
That's
that
true.
would surprise me. Transformers.
Right.
And plain old balloons.
Balloons is now in the Toy Hall of Fame.
Balloon.
But like what you said about trampolines, when did they? So was the very first Toy Hall of Fame were the toys that went like stick and rock? Because that's what we all played with when we started. Sand.
Yeah.
Here you
I
go.
know.
I don't think those count as toys either. But
They only are going to vote 3 of those 12 toys in. And the winners will be voted on by toy experts.
And also public voting. If you want to vote on the finalists for the Toy Hall
We
of Fame,
can vote right now.
museumofplay.org throughout next week. So
museumofplay.org. Okay.
And the toys.
What are you going to vote for? My vote would be...
Can you vote for more than one?
I don't know. Let's say we can vote for 3. I vote for My Little Pony, Transformers, and the Stick Horse.
I'm sorry, you're mistaken.
What are you going to vote for? Why am I mistaken? Tell me what you're voting for.
I just love saying that about somebody's opinion. Well, you're wrong, but that's okay. I would go with Apples to Apples because I do love that game.
That's a great game.
I guess I got to go with my toy truck.
Yeah.
Right, for sure. And remote control vehicles.
That's a good one. Okay.
They've become so advanced, too. It's like it used to be forward, backwards. That was pretty much it. Maybe a turn.
What made it? Did it say what made it in last year?
Last year, baseball cards became a toy. How could that not be in there already? So last year's toy of the year.
Did make it in last year.
Baseball cards, Cabbage Patch Kids, the Fisher-Price corn popper. Remember that thing?
Yeah.
And Nerf.
Those 4 made it in. Why did 4 make it in last year, but they say only 3 of the 12 toys are getting...
I don't know. They changed their mind. You know what?
That's
it's probably
weird.
because the economy, everything is being reduced.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. It's being
All right.
So there you go. This is a fun one for us as grammar police. I think me more than Jen.
Yeah, for sure you more than me. The 10...
I want to change that word at the end, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Rephrase it. There are common words that people mispronounce, all right? These are the 10 most mispronounced words, I guess. And this is what they put up on Reddit, all right? Someone asked Reddit, and I'm going to say it exactly as was put up there. These are mispronounced words that immediately make people think that you're dumb.
We don't like that word.
So,
That's
so
not a
let's
nice word.
rephrase it as these are mispronounced words that maybe you don't want to mispronounce.
Yeah, we're educating you. Think
A
of
little
this
bit.
as your English class for the day.
I've never heard anybody say, and here's the list.
I'm so frustrated.
Frustrated. Really?
It's frustrated.
Wait, have you heard frustrated? I am so frustrated.
When people are talking fast, maybe frustrated.
Specifically, people will say specifically, like Pacific Ocean.
Oh, specifically, Chipotle.
Not Chipotle.
Oh, some people. Oh, okay.
You just reverse that, so it's Chipotle.
Chipotle.
How would you say this?
Chipotle.
How would you say this word?
Quesadilla.
Yeah.
Quesadilla.
Not quesadilla, unless you're watching. What is
Oh,
it?
yeah, because that's if you're just sounding it out, it would be
It's Napoleon Dynamite. Make yourself a
Quesadilla.
darn quesadilla. How about this? Any word that people mispronounce commonly, any word that has and starts with an S sound, but you make it an ek, like escape, etc.
espresso. Oh, I've heard espresso before.
Like I'm expressing myself. Oh.
Espresso.
Nuclear.
What would you say?
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Not nuclear.
Oh, not nuclear. Okay.
For whatever reason,
Nuclear.
that came to the forefront a little bit because I think George W. Bush,
Nuclear.
President George W.
People
Bush
do
used to
say nuclear a lot, actually.
This one I never heard. People say fajitas instead of fajitas,
Fajitas. Okay.
or they
I'm
put
gonna
in a
have
hard
some
J,
fajitas.
fajitas.
I feel like I want to say some of these words this way now. Like fajitas sounds
for
better.
fun?
I'm going to have some fajitas for dinner.
Well, you know, Dana and I, for fun,
Fajitas.
we like to say I seen. Yeah, I seen this card the other day, and then I seen a dog that was in the window.
Jeez.
We do that on purpose because we think it's funny. Right. Supposedly, when you mean supposedly, so the B instead of the D.
Supposedly.
And they still say supposedly with a B is a word, but it's not what you mean.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. Is it supposedly or supposedly?
The word is as a D as in dog, supposedly.
Okay, the mispronunciation is the way that. Okay, got it.
Right. But I don't know what this word supposedly with a B is or means or how you use it. They just keep on saying, well, supposedly is a word, but that's not how you use it. It's like, all right. Then why is it a word? Okay. Here's one of my favorites.
I'm looking it up.
Irregardless. This says it's another word that sounds, not too swift, but it is in the dictionary. I wonder if, Merriam-Webster lists this as a non-standard word. Irregardless. I have a feeling that over time, Merriam-Webster or whoever it is, they finally just give in and say, people say this word wrong so often. Okay, we'll just make it a word.
Oh, no. We can't do that.
Well, that's how funner became a word. When you were growing up and I was growing up, it was more fun.
Yeah?
Now, funner is in there, so I wonder if at some point it becomes so popular or so misused, it just becomes, okay, we're going to put it in there. My one, by the way, irregardless, and I shared this story with you, this was maybe the worst screwing up of a word ever. So people say irregardless, which is incorrect.
Yes.
They say irregardlessly, which is even more incorrect. And I actually heard, and I thank Elizabeth for this, my friend Elizabeth, unirregardlessly. Yeah. Yep.
So it's just supposed to be what? What is it?
Regardless, just regardless. So I was
Regardless.
doing this for a long time. Regardless, we made it to the movie on time.
Okay.
Not unirregardlessly.
I did look up supposedly.
With a B, okay.
Is an adverb that means something is possible, conceivable, or can be assumed, imagined, or supposed.
I think that's the same thing that the other one means.
Well, that's what it says.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
All right.
Well, here, let me try this. Supposedly.
That sounds like the same definition as the other word.
It does. It does sound like
for that. I'm going to do the final one we have on
Okay.
here is mischievous because people say mischievous.
It's not supposed to be mischievous?
This is one I think is, again, so common. There's only 3 syllables. Right? It's basically a form of mischief. And that would be mischief us, but they make it a V. But not mischievous.
Everybody says mischievous.
I don't say mischievous. Oh,
Wait, okay, hold on a second. Wait, it's supposed to be what?
3 syllables.
Mischievous?
Yeah.
Mischievous?
I'll put dashes in here for you. There's a dash.
Mischievous.
Yeah. Mischievous.
You are, yeah. But I do believe the common folk say mischievous.
And it's like you said, it's so common that it's probably going to be, what did they say? Merriam-Webster said it's a non-standard word.
Mischievous? Mischievous.
Yeah. I'm not being all high and mighty. I'm just not, that's what, my mom was a teacher. And so that was one early on that she, that for whatever reason, it's like, no, it's not mischievous. But you don't always read verbatim when you're looking at the word. You just say it the way that you think it sounds.
I'm looking this up.
Okay.
How to use supposedly and supposably. This is too long to read.
Okay. We'll put it in another show. Maybe an entire show on its own.
Yeah, maybe.
We're spending a lot of time on this.
Moving on.
There. So those are the words, right?
Yeah.
All right. There's another song.
This is not a surprise that the average parent gets 31 minutes of me time a day. It's mostly parents with kids under 6.
Right.
And under the 6 and under get only 31 minutes of me time on average a day. Around 1 in 7 says it feels like more like 0.
You're the mom.
Sometimes that when they're younger, they just take up so much of your.
Well, that's the thing. I don't really think I should
not
comment
independent at all
on this because I don't.
You can.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's I get a lot of me time.
Yes, you do.
More than this.
When you
and if you have a dog, you can't compare a dog to a kid. I mean, you say okay,
puppy though. If you had a puppy,
there you go.
Okay, so 96% of people say they actually feel like they're on call all the time, even when they get 31 minutes to relax. So this is how parents with young kids spend their day. For working parents, 9 hours at work or commuting, 4 hours getting their kids ready or helping them in other ways, 2 hours shuffling them around, 2 hours spent on chores and cooking, 1 hour on the miscellaneous tasks. That's leaves 18. About 6 hours left over for sleeping. There you go. I don't even know where they fit 31 minutes in there. There's no space for that because you got to get some sleep.
Well, how about the non-working parents? They get 9 hours looking after your kid, 4 hours of chores, 2 hours of shuttling them around, and 2 hours of miscellaneous tasks. They get to have 7 hours of sleep.
That's good because I'm going to tell you 9 hours looking after your children, that's hard work. That's harder work than going to work.
I believe you.
Being a stay-at-home mom? Yeah.
I better believe
Or
you.
Dad. Okay.
Who can argue against that? Yeah, it's not that tough. All right. This is a nice one because we love doggies.
Yes.
So, you're sitting around with your dog and just gazing into their eyes and they're looking back at you with love the way that they always do. Apparently, there is a connection that happens there. This is researchers have found, and some of this is sciencey, so I'm going to try not to screw it up. For the first time, researchers have found neural activity syncing up between two different species. Like humans, if you gaze into each other's eyes, obviously you know how you connect and stuff like that. So they have found this neural activity between two different species, humans and dogs, suggesting we really do bond with our pets on a deeper neurological level. So the studies in the past have shown that when humans are talking or working with one another, our brain activity in key regions can sync up.
Okay.
I don't want to get too sciencey on this
it's
because
getting kind of sciencey.
I know. So they wanted to find out, it's like, okay, well, what about with dogs? So they got 10 young beagles.
Beagles, Bella the Beagle. Okay.
And they had unknown humans, and the pairs got to know each other over the course of 5 days. Now, they engaged in a lot of nonverbal communication, such as mutual gazing.
Okay.
Or a good old pat in the head. These are the scientists now. We observed that during that interbrain correlations in frontal and parietal regions of the brain dramatically increased.
During mutual gazing?
Right. So when the humans participants were just petting the dogs, the team observed similar patterns of synchronization. But in this case, it was even stronger in those brain regions. So you are actually making a mental connection with your dog, or a neurological connection, when you pet them.
All right.
Look at them.
Okay.
That's two different species.
That's a lot.
That's never even happened one time before in forever. So good for you, scientists.
I can't believe there's a new superfood, and I can't believe this is what it is. Forget kale and quinoa. The next superfood might be crawling around in your backyard. Researchers have uncovered the surprising health benefits of
grasshoppers.
Grasshopper-based diet, suggesting that the insects could be the key to better sleep, healthier hair, and a stronger libido. So start eating the grasshoppers.
You start eating the grasshoppers.
You start eating them. They did some tests on rats, and that they found exactly what I just said, that it led to better sleep.
Rats on the grasshopper diet, they showed marked improvements in boosting libido. Rat libidos were boosted, and they also got an extra 12 hours of sleep per week. Could you use that?
Sure.
Is that worth it to eat a grasshopper?
Well, they just say insects in general have higher nutritional value and a lower environmental impact. So this is emerging as a new alternative for diets for like protein and grossness.
Well, I think at the
ballpark they serve bugs, and other cultures they eat them. I get that.
Here in Seattle at T-Mobile Park, they have, I think it's chocolate covered grass, or is it just fried grass?
I don't know. I don't partake.
Well, that's the thing. It's like there was a time, I think, if you go back far enough, for people like going, "What? You're going to eat a duck?" but it became common, and so you got used to it.
You
so
never
maybe
know.
over time,
we might, by the end of our lifetime, be eating bugs.
Say, hey, Curt, coming over. We're going to have a grasshopper fry.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I don't think that's going to happen. Certainly not with the...
This is what I was talking about earlier when I said I think there's a cancer story, story in our
And it's a good
show.
cancer story.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, researchers in the UK announced encouraging results. I know this is, again, flowery science talk. They did a test on a mRNA vaccine against advanced solid cancers. This is a vaccine. We know the name Moderna.
Yeah, we know Moderna
Developed by
from
Moderna.
COVID.
It's designed to help people's immune system better recognize and kill cancerous cells. So basically, the vaccine is supposed to sensitize the immune system to two specific proteins commonly featured on the cells of certain tumors. So it's like, body, okay, here's the bad ones. Go get them. And so apparently they're showing some good results.
So
the hope is that
they retrain the immunity system.
Then they can more easily target cancers directly.
That's cool. That's awesome. It's about time we're starting to make bigger leaps and bounds there.
It feels like the show is getting a little nerdy, and I love it.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't love the nerdiness.
Well, you're mad because the grasshopper still admitted.
No. There's a new term called glossing, and that's toxic boss behavior. Mm-hmm. So it's the new term. So glossing is a leader's failure to address workplace issues and hardships, which prompts employees to coast at work and suppress negative emotions. I'm kind of wondering if this is the same type of thing we run into when the boss's kid gets hired as a manager or whatever and gets away with stuff that a regular boss couldn't get away from. So your only choice as employee is like, okay, whatever, Just going to move on.
I wonder about that. So apparently when you have this glossing going on, and maybe my example is wrong, but like you said, it kills morale. It makes workers feel detached. It causes the workplace to feel less motivated, promotes a lazier attitude.
Well, it's because the boss is glossing over things instead of addressing these underlying issues that might exist.
Maybe changes that should need to be made.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a bad phone
Now
system.
you know a new word, glossing. Is it happening to you at work? I hope not. That's what I hope.
Right now, a lot of people... Oh, you just saw this headline. Hang on a
I
second.
did. So excited. Theater owners... Okay, the deal is that people aren't going to the theater as much, and they're not. The release dates are smaller for films. Like a lot of things are happening in the film/theater industry that's shrinking things.
Right, and also COVID didn't help things. They haven't fully recovered from being shut down for COVID.
So now theater owners plan to add pickleball courts, rope courses, and bowling to the movie-going experience.
So you make it a whole evening, I guess. You're like, okay, we're going to go see whatever. Well, let's do some pickleball first and get all sweaty and then go flop down in our seat. Bowling, maybe not as sweaty, but
Or maybe you see the movie first, Curt, and then because you've been sitting the whole time, you're like, let's be active.
So this is from the National Association of Theater Owners, which they call NATO, by the way.
Okay.
It's the different
kind of
They're
NATO.
putting $2.2 billion into this to upgrade the theatrical experience. So in addition to updating sound systems, as you mentioned, seating, concessions, and laser projection tech, theaters say they plan to invest in building ancillary amenities on the theater complexes, which could include pickleball courts, bowling alleys, arcades, and ropes courses. Ropes courses?
Fun. I'm in. I like it.
You like that there's going to be...
It's hard to get on pickleball courts in Washington because everybody's playing.
So if I have to watch a movie to play pickleball... I will. Gosh darn it. I'm going to do it.
Did you know that Sunday is the fall equinox?
I did because it's written right in front of me. So, yeah.
Well, we've been talking about this because you're supposed to be dancing naked in the moonlight.
That's a whole other story. You can explain that better than I can, but apparently...
I can't. You're the wife is the one that...
That's the thing. There's something that people...
I forget the name of the celebration. It starts with an M.
Right. And now people are like cringing out there.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Let's move on. I'm not dancing naked in the moonlight. Probably.
Okay.
Fall equinox starts Sunday night at 5:43.
No, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, 5:43. Yeah, night morning.
5:43
a.m. And that is the fall equinox, and that means the days.
There's 12 hours of daylight. There's 12 hours of nighttime.
Okay.
And then it gets shorter, like we mentioned from there.
The days get shorter, the nights get longer after that. So I guess it's the official end of summer, right?
Yeah, and well, yes.
No, I guess that's Labor Day.
Official end of summer. Well, no, this is the official end of summer, the summer season.
Still feels weird to say it's summer and on September 20th.
Well, I am wearing a sweater today because it only is supposed to be a high of 64 in our neighborhood.
Well, evidently we had intense eclipse season. Remember, there were 2 or 3 eclipses that happened, I think. So this particular equinox, they're saying the season has brought emotionally charged energy that could lead to significant and fated developments. That doesn't sound good. Significant's okay. Fated, I don't even know what they're meaning by that.
It doesn't. And in my current situation, I don't like it.
You want to read this part? This is Libra as the season?
Well, because it's a time of balance. If you go up, it's a time of balance and transition as we move from warmth of summer into the cooler months of fall.
Okay.
And so it's saying that this Libra season is always a time for introspection. With the added influence of the eclipses, it's crucial to make serious decisions and ensure that your life choices align with your true purpose and emotional well-being.
Wow, you knew that all off the top of your head. You weren't reading that at all.
No, I was not.
Okay, because it's Friday.
Fun Facts Friday.
That was almost a Fun Fact Friday right there about the equinox.
Yeah.
Okay, so this serves 2 purposes. Hopefully it's informative and you learn something. And secondly, we don't have to do as much show prep. We just find some of these, fun facts and put them in here.
I mean, I think
It's
we
easier
still
for
do
us.
show prep for this. I go look them up.
Right.
Snakes can predict earthquakes. Did you have any idea these slithery creatures can sense an upcoming earthquake from a staggering 75 miles away? Up to 5 days before it happens.
Oh, that's kind of bizarre. But how do you find out from the snakes? How do they
That's
indicate?
what I want to know, too. I did not, that no one said that. I didn't do that much
swear
research.
that we had an earthquake a few years back, several years ago.
And you had a snake?
No, that Dexter was like acting weird all morning, and all of a sudden there's an earthquake, So I think that a lot of animals, we know that a lot of animals can sense
Are
that. Maybe
attuned
not
to that,
5
yeah.
days in advance.
This one I love.
Lego mini features have the largest population on Earth.
Lego minifigures.
Figures,
The
I'm
little
sorry.
peoples, the little tiny Lego peoples, have the largest population on Earth.
Do tell.
So if these tiny, colorful characters were humans, they'd have the biggest population on Earth, even bigger than China, which is currently the biggest population in the world.
And that's called Legoland.
Yes.
It would be. Astronauts grow taller in space.
Yeah.
Okay. When astronauts venture into space, the lack of gravity allows their spines to stretch out, making them taller.
Stretch more.
So we get like an
And
extra
I
couple
think
inches.
my friend Jeanette would say if you do yoga, you'll be taller because
That's probably
you're
true as
stretching your
well.
spine.
If you do yoga in space, man, you're going to get a foot or
Yeah.
two of growth.
Yeah.
Go.
When we spend a year on the toilet in our lifetime.
Lifetime? I thought that was like a weekend.
You like this one? Sea lions are the only animals who can clap to a beat.
I've seen them do that. They get on their backs, right, and at the zoo.
Everybody clap your hands.
And they sing that song, too. How about It Snows Metal on Venus? We don't have anything else to back this up. Just here's a headline or whatever. Slug line.
It's a thing.
It snows metal on Venus.
Like little tiny metal pieces.
All right. Do the one with the cat.
Adult cats only meow to humans, not other cats.
That's because they hate other cats. A little less than
I think
hate
they
their
even.
humans.
I was just gonna say. I think sometimes they really hate their humans too. The deal is that adult cats communicate with others. What is it? With each other using body language. So they don't meow at each other. They use their body language. They save those sounds exclusively for their humans.
I bet they hiss at other cats.
I bet they hiss.
Sure,
I know they hiss at
dogs.
humans.
Yeah. All right. Weekend plans for you. Some of this is just happening in the Seattle area. Some of this is good for you no matter where you're listening from. Oh, it's horrible grammar.
Yeah, don't end in a preposition, right?
From wherever you're listening.
Okay. This is the last weekend of the Washington State Fair in Puyallup.
Okay.
Georgetown Morgue, the haunted house,
One of our
opens
favorites.
tonight.
One of our favorites
I can't
over the
believe
years.
that.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
the time is here, seriously.
Fremont Brew Fest goes on all weekend long, and we have the Lantern Parade tomorrow.
I didn't even know about this, and I actually might go to this. This sounds cool. You can celebrate the equinox by following the Luminata Parade of Lanterns, glowing costumes, and musicians from the community center. This is in Green Lake. It starts on the east side of the lake and goes to the Seattle Public Theater on the west side. I think that would look pretty cool.
They have I think they call those. I guess they have Luminata, but I thought they called them Luminarias or something like that, where they have the bags with the sand.
I think you can get those too. I think, yeah. All I know is the pictures I saw look super cool. Like they have this big dragon that's lit up that they parade through, and anyway,
Very cool.
So
It is
lanterns.
movies this weekend. Transformers 1 is opening this weekend. I have seen, let me think, how many Transformer movies have I seen? Oh, 0. So
the
maybe
Untold Story.
This is the origin story
the orange
of Optimus Prime and Megatron. They're
Dur, dur, dur.
sworn enemies, but they were once friends, and they bonded like brothers who changed the fate of Cybertron forever.
It's a huge cast, though.
Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Keegan-Michael Key, Steve Buscemi, Lawrence Fishburne,
and John Hamm. I mean, that's mega.
That is a star-studded
Seriously.
affair. And then from the creators of both Stranger Things and Arrival, have you heard about Never Let Go? Because I had not.
I have not. With Halle Berry?
Yep. Apparently it's a psychological thriller. And evil is capitalized in this. As an evil takes over the world beyond their doorstep. Ready? The only protection for a mother and her twin sons is their house and their family's protective bond.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Well, there you go. If you want to see a new movie, those are the 2 that are coming out. And if you want to go see a concert, there's some good ones in town.
So these are both going on tonight. Casey Musgraves at Climate Pledge Arena, and then Winona Judd at Chateau Saint Michel.
That's tonight.
Right. We have Crowded House, who put on, you're thinking, Crowded House, they have 2 hits. No, they put on a good show.
They do. They're at Chateau Saint Michel.
Right. That's tomorrow night, along with ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner. I guess they're just called Skinnerd now. That's probably something about the rights of the name. ZZ Top and Skinner at White River Amphitheater, and then on Sunday, the Equinox Day, Steve Miller Band.
They're closing out the Puyallup Fair, last concert of the fair this season.
And then when the fair's done, he's going to fly like an eagle.
On a jet airplane?
Nice. Jet airliner.
Jet airliner. Dang it, I missed it.
No, you did good. Yeah, I thought of it. All right, so sports.
Yep. WSU has a game tonight, kicking off at 7 o'clock against the San Jose Spartans, because they don't have anybody else to play anymore.
Yeah, that's sad but true. And your Washington Huskies
take on Northwestern. They're at home. So they'll be in Husky Stadium, kickoff at 4 o'clock on Saturday, tomorrow.
Right, so tomorrow. Also, the Seahawks, they're taking on Miami.
On Sunday.
Kickoff is at 1:05. And your Seattle Kraken.
Curt, finally it's here.
This is not a very good one for today. Their first preseason game is against Calgary, Sunday night at Climate Pledge. You talk about weekend plans, I will be there.
You will be?
Yeah.
Okay, what else are you doing this weekend?
Well, my friend and former program director is in town. We are going to, even though it's not going to be a great day for it, any day on the water, right, Jen?
Well, if it's not raining.
We're going to try to take our boat out today and do a little tooling around there. And then tomorrow I'll be out raising money. This is a great cause. It's called Sound Experience. It's local. And they, is how there are many different ways to try to get kids interested in things.
Yeah.
They use basically this beautiful old ship called the Adventuress. So Sound Experience, from their website, we foster environmental sustainability, youth development, and maritime careers through shipboard programs aboard the schooner Adventuress on the waters of the Salish Sea.
And there is a huge plug for that charity.
Yes, absolutely. And
Love it.
And also we had to look up, what exactly is the Salish Sea? We both lived here a long time. It's out there.
It's up by the San Juan Islands and Victoria. And that
it is a great cause, so that's tomorrow.
For me, I'm just going to dinner with some girlfriends on Saturday and putting my fall decor up. I have one pumpkin on my front porch right now.
Okay.
So I need to, that will be enhanced. And I've got to do a lot of adulting, and I just need distraction to get through this crazy time of mine with hot firefighter boyfriend Pat.
Do you feel better today than yesterday? And thank you for sharing that.
I feel a little, thank you. I was a little emotional, so thanks for sitting through that. I feel a little better. He still has a pit in his stomach. He's trying to figure out if he can show up 100% in the relationship again. And, that's awesome. I appreciate that, right? Because, just coming back into a relationship, not 100% is not going to work. So he needs to follow his head, heart, and gut. And I hope those all align in my benefit.
Yeah. And you gotta, relationships are difficult.
Yeah, but we can do hard things. They sometimes take some hard work, and hopefully you come out stronger for it. I don't want to cry anymore. So what's for Monday?
All right. Monday, Monday will officially be the first day of autumn, of fall. We want to know, what are you looking forward to in autumn? Because there are. You know what? I believe in general the polls find that everybody's favorite month is summer, but a close second and sometimes first is fall.
Yeah, so what is it about fall that you're looking forward to? I love the changing colors of the trees.
Isn't that something?
And that has started. I was noticing that last weekend on our way back from Moses Lake.
Right. And as nice as it is to be out in shorts and whatnot, it's kind of fun to be out on a crisp morning.
In your cozy sweater.
Exactly. Yeah, so what are you looking forward to in autumn? Let us
what we
know.
want to know.
We will talk about it on Monday.
Have an awesome weekend. Again, we're expressing gratitude to you. Thank you for listening. If you can like, share, follow, subscribe, that helps us. Make good choices this weekend. Find joy this weekend because it is out there, even if you're in a dark space, and spread that kindness.